a cold shower, or it's just like a jolt. It's just like, yeah, it's just like hooking yourself up to a battery and like getting a jolt. Like,
do you need that? Are you addicted to that feeling?
yeah, I remember I had this girlfriend, and we talked every day on the phone for like 3 months. It's 1993, and then she came out to visit me, and my parents' house. And I was talking to a lot of women at the time, but she and I became intimate, and then this girl in LA called me and said Tammy's there, and this girl from LA's like, I'd been kind of flirting with her on the phone for a couple of weeks, and so she said, oh, she had to talk about a date, she'd had some drama, and so it wasn't like the time to say, by the way, I'm now in a relationship. And then she suddenly transitioned to, oh, you're really going to want to meet me, you're going to want to see me, I'm sending you a picture. Then I kind of sensed that Tammy had been listening the whole time. She was on another phone. And then Tammy said, don't bother. And I said, I just had this woman staying with me for a few days, and we've become a couple, and it's just happened. So then Tammy stormed into the room and kind of had it out with me, and said, you've either got to SHIT or get off the pot, and this doesn't make you feel safe about our relationship to you, flirting with girls. And then some other girls called like later on, like Timmy was staying with me for 3 weeks, and like my mother answered the phone, and she said, it's Julie, and like Tammy's right there, and I said, should I take this? And she said, yeah, go ahead, like I like to see the light in your eyes, I like to see, I can see how much joy it brings you, and like,
So why are you monogamous?
Oh, because like, I don't. Well, monogamy is just like, monogamy equals relationship for me. I don't believe in relationships, open relationships. I think they're a contradiction in terms, and so if you're gonna try to have a relationship, I think you have to be monogamous, and also just like safety. I wouldn't feel safe in a non-monogamous relationship, and I don't, like, I've never had a relationship that's lasted much more than a year. And I don't know, and yeah, like I believe, like, yeah.
But what's changed since the Tammy days?
Beats me. I think, like, till the day I die, I will enjoy the attention of a pretty woman. Like, if I'm on my deathbed, like, I think some female doctor complained that she was, like, treating some guy on his deathbed, and he was trying to look down her shirt.
Do you think this has to do with lack of contact in your early years with your mother?
maybe, but I think basically every guy loves the attention of a pretty woman,
No.
and
No. Not the
and
way you do.
and and almost every guy would rather like have a generic lunch with a woman than with a guy, and like almost every guy would rather have a female secretary than a male secretary, and I think almost every guy would like want to look down the shirt of an attractive doctor or lawyer or whoever, and I think every guy likes strippers and hookers, and but like Menchie guys don't play around. They just like they control themselves.
So the urge is still there.
The edge is still there, just as much as for Tiger Woods or Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton was asked, "Why did you get blowjobs from Monica Lewinsky?" And he said, "Because I could." So for most guys, they don't have the opportunity to have a lot of different sexual partners.
Thank God. So what would you do if the Dutch twins showed up at your door and they loved your blog?
You mean like tomorrow morning?
Yeah, and I wasn't here.
And you weren't here?
And they said no one would breathe the word and no one would find out. What would you do?
Well, it would have to be it would be a choice for me between screwing around and having a relationship with you. So if we were broken up, then I'd say, girls, come in. If we'd had like a really bad month together where we're always talking about breaking up, and I can't stand this about you, and it's just like being a bad month, then I'd be more likely to play around. But it would always be in my head that like it would be a choice I'd be making between a relationship with you and an exchange of sexual energy with the twins.
Would you tell me afterwards?
Yeah. I tried to phrase it like you did.